So, if you were here on Friday, or if you just watched Friday's VOD, you might be wondering why I did not stream Saturday. And that one I can explain pretty easily. You see, Saturday, I got up and I was dicking around on my Switch, and I noticed none of my games were loading. Okay. No, it wasn't Saturday. It would have been that evening after streaming. Even some of the stuff I'd streamed on. Oh no, Friday I was just doing other games. But I'd meant to do either Evans Remains, Notia, or A Space for the Unbound. All of which I have on my Switch. Figured, okay, one of those will be good. A nice, relatively short stream, most likely. So probably not Nocia. But Saturday night, I go to, I wanted to play Tears of the Kingdom. I open it up, and it's corrupted. Okay, fine. I'll play a little bit of Breath of the Wild. I mean, after all, that's a cart. It can't be corrupted. Okay, so I look it up, and it turns out, having done all of my stuff via exFAT was a really bad idea, because the Switch has apparently a really bad exFAT driver. So, let that be a heads up to you if your micro SD card on your Switch is exFAT, EXFAT. I think that's extended file allocation table. And so then I was sitting there going, okay, well, what are my options then? Well, with me not entirely certain if it's the SD card at fault or the file system, I sat there and went, okay, let's take it out of the equation. Let's get a new, bigger SD card, since 128 was actually kind of holding me back. Actually, I think I only had a 64 in there. Yeah, it had to be a 64 because I only had 96 total. I know that Switch's is... the Switch isn't exactly 32, and the Switch's own internal stuff takes up a fair amount of that, but... So I get it installed, and I set the Switch to download basically all of my library, figuring, oh yeah, with my more space, it'll be fine. I forgot, even though I have Ethernet going into it, the Switch doesn't support more than 100 megabits a second, which doesn't sound like a lot, but when it's sitting there and downloading like 20 gigabytes for Tears of the Kingdom as the first thing, yeah. I think you can see where the problem is coming. And then of course I was like, oh well, yeah, I want to play Breath of the Wild again, so let's get all those dates. So basically, I fucked up entirely, and my Switch was not usable until Sunday, really. I mean, I could play like Tears of the Kingdom before then, but I didn't want to make a Zelda stream. Also, certain things got messed up. And with Tears of the Kingdom, it seemed like it rolled me back a save or two. I could have sworn saves were internal, so I do not know. Maybe I had not actually saved at some point in time. I had done like a decent, probably just 20 minutes or something, but had somehow managed to do a whole bunch of stuff without it saving. Not a huge deal. Especially since, again, I don't stream it. I think, though, that being said... So yeah, like I said, I just had it re-download all of my crap. Well, all of the crap I would be potentially interested in streaming. I did not re-download, the... I know that Galgun has a. Well, I shouldn't say I know. I've played it. I own it. Galgun has a Castlevania like, and it's reasonably good, but I really was not in the mood to pick it back up. I think it only released relatively recently. I certainly only got it recently. Yeah, back in February. I think I got it in March. So of course I've played as much of it as I really want to. I feel like a complete idiot when I have no idea what the hell. I think that's Russian, but yeah. Okay, so I am correct. That is Russian. The only reason I would have guessed that I even guessed Russian is that I know it uses C's in that kind of lowercase-ish K a lot. That might just be K in this language, though. Or not language, in this font. I know we're good. My name is Evan. I'm on an uninhabited island in the Pacific. The coordinates are attached to the letter. Send Dices. Oh, I don't know if the audio is coming through. It is, but I think I want it louder. I think that's good. Maybe a little bit lower. So what? How are you feeling? Did you go to college, Nicola? Why? You know that feeling of dread when you have an exam coming up and you haven't studied? Why wouldn't I have studied? Forget it. You seem like you were the type to stay in studying. I feel like I might be sick. I'm right here with you, Dices. You've got this. With me. Miles away. Safe behind a computer screen. Relax, okay? Everything's gonna be fine. Alright. I can handle this. That's what I want to hear. Ready whenever you are. So I do like... I don't know if it was super visible. I mean, I'm broadcasting this one-to-one, but the little effect when the message box popped in and popped away both looked really nice. Okay, I mean that one was very easy. We will see how it works once we get to things where I am definitely That was weird. I wasn't fully paying attention. Oh, that's bad. So apparently the loud jump effect is not just loud in my ears. It's pretty loud in game too. Neat. Oh, okay, I think that's what happened before, where I landed on the thing and didn't notice it. What do you think? Okay. Apparently I have a knack for solving cryptic, ancient puzzles. I guess the jump button does not work on advancing. But seriously, there's some wild gadgets here. What? They're in my way, right? What are you expecting me to do, swim around them? Do you think I'd just wake up like this? I didn't spend 2 hours on my hair to dunk it in the Pacific. I was talking about the Evan thing. If you ask me, I don't think this is the place. You don't? Haven't you thought maybe someone's just pulling our leg? What do you mean? You know, a prank, like maybe he's pulling one over on us. Sending us on a wild goose chase so we're even less likely to find him. Did you know it's incredibly difficult to imitate someone's handwriting? It's like a signature, completely unique. So, no, then. Well, there goes my theory. But, just look at this place. What would he be doing here? This place is completely barren, no signs of life. Apart from 500,000 dragonflies, of course. They're mayflies. Whatever. You've only just gotten started, Dices. Is that another one of your canned responses? Let me know when you have news. Okay. No, one of the jump buttons just doesn't work for text boxes, because both of them actually work. What the shit? At least I can't fuck any of these up so far. And God knows I've tried. Finally, Evan. Evan, do you have any idea how much... Oh, sorry. I thought you were someone else. I can barely see in this blazing sunlight. Excuse me, I'm looking for a boy. Excuse me? Ahem. Ahem. Yes? My name is, what was it again? Oh, yeah, Vanille. A pleasure. I like how she has a fake name for dealing with people. Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely. Definitely legit since she can't remember it. I'm looking for a boy named Evan. Have you seen him or maybe heard something? ... Evan? Evan Goldstein. ... Never heard of him. I didn't know that was possible. What's so interesting about... He's drawing. Or lying. One of the two. What's so interesting about that notebook? Well, at least someone is having a good time. Have you ever considered that maybe he's drawing like a caricature of you? So if we consider the... Aha, perfect. Hey, I'd really appreciate it if you could... Look, I'd love to help you, but I'm in the middle of something here. So if you'll excuse me, I'm going to run the fuck off. And I'd love to kick you, idiot. I demand an explanation. What are you talking about? You said this was an uninhabited island. No, Evan said it was an uninhabited island. Hey, I'm as surprised as you. I thought no one else knew about this place. Dices, I know as much as you do here. Let's keep trying to get some information from him. If anyone else is here, they've got to be connected, one way or another. You know what our boy's like. No, I don't. Would you cut that out? Cut what out? Speaking in first person like you're right here with me. Makes me nervous. Surprise! I am right here with you. I'm the one with my feet in the sand. Fine. Why don't you try to keep getting information from him? Better? 10 points for effort. Over and out. Yeah, bye. But I believe this is... Like, I didn't look at it on how long to beat or anything. And I probably should have, but I kept hearing that it was really short. Instant noodles, huh? We meet again, my guilty little pleasure. Oh, great. I'm gonna say it just once. Move, speak, or try anything stupid, and you'll regret it. Hey, hold on. Let me explain. I'm hungry, okay? I haven't eaten since, well, see, I can barely remember. That, hey, come on, man. You believe me, right? Let's all stay calm and let's not scare the neighbors, okay? Are you deaf? I said, sit. And everything was going so well. I heard you, okay. Those are some creaky-ass chairs. Happy? I wasn't gonna steal anything if that's what you're worried about. Well, for your food, clearly. Excuse me for starving to death. Man, his bedroom's fucked up. Also, why is there a room for a baby? What are you gonna do? Man, Dices, how fucking long were you talking to, we don't have a name for scientists, do we? Hmm. So obviously we need to do this without slamming our head into that. Which, you know, just requires actually thinking. I see you're very focused on your notebook. Oh, I get it. You're a traveler and you like to draw the landscapes you visit. Relax, Isis. Breathe. So, can I ask what you're doing here? Can I ask what you're doing here? Well, you can, but I asked you first. You shouldn't be here. I didn't yet realize I was violating the island's criminal code. Clearly well enforced. What do you know about this place? I know that as long as I don't find Evan, I won't leave, nor will I stop asking you questions. So if you could assist in the slightest, we could both stop wasting our time talking in circles. This is an uninhabited island. How strange. It seems to me that I've just found someone. I already told you. Never heard of him. You may be on the wrong island. Let me see. Latitude right, 28. Oh, what a surprise. You won't believe this. It's the right island. I don't have time to be a host. Well, you'd be a shitty one anyway. I fucked that up immediately. Didn't I go through that same monolith before? Man, what a strong feeling of deja vu. I was gonna comment on it, but I even fucked it up in the same way, which is impressive. Oh hey, these green ones just stay out. I wish we had some control of height, but I would definitely fuck up more puzzles if that were the case. Can I ask you a favor? Tell me, am I licensed to kill? That hard to crack, huh? Doesn't even begin to describe it. What's his problem? Nicola, I've had enough. I want to go home. I don't think this is the place. Calm down, Dices. Listen, I think I've got an idea. This better be good. Here's what we'll do. next time you run into him, I'll whisper to you what I should say. This is gonna go even worse. Just repeat after me, okay? We'll get him to crack. Yes, know something. Just don't put my foot in my mouth, please. Leave it to me. Oh, and one last thing, yes? Monoliths have teleportation technology. Pretty impressive, don't you think? When considering the years they must have. Cool, I guess. Maybe Evan has some connection with this place after all. As ever, you remain keenly observant. Anyway, I'll be waiting for your signal. Okay. So I think what we have to do is do this. I do like the little waterfalls. They look pretty good. I mean, everything about the game looks pretty good, really. The last time. Oh no, not this time, buddy. Now you're gonna shut your mouth and I'm gonna speak. Got it? I'm investigating something serious, and how do I put this? You're wasting my time. My name is Vanille, and I'm here on behalf of Upbring Labs. We're looking for someone important, a boy named Evan, prodigy boy, missing. Maybe you heard of him. His name has been everywhere these last few years. Actually, and I'm being honest, I've never... Shut up. I'm not done yet. A message for help was recently received from an unknown island, which makes you, my friend, a suspect in his disappearance. You follow? Just being here on an uninhabited island means you're involved somehow. If you keep refusing to speak, I will be forced to arrest you. So if you want to keep walking around, writing frantically in that notebook, you'd better stop talking. What? What? Talking. You better start talking. Vanille, right? Would you mind following me? I want you to see something. What is it? Why don't you see for yourself? Is it going to be that weird-ass house? Did he kill that guy? Well, that was unexpected. Thanks. Wasn't it easier to knock on the door? Yeah, you know how well that usually goes. It goes fine here. Doesn't mean your neighbors share the philosophy. Did you steal from the neighbors too? Nope, I knocked on their doors. What? I already told you. Begging wasn't working. You can stay. Are you serious? How long? Long as you need to. You'll let a stranger stay in your house. For free. You look like you already have enough problems. It may not be the best place, but look. From sleeping in the dump to this, it has to be my lucky day. I just realized what has been bugging me here. That house has no bathroom. So city, huh? Well, what's left of it. This way. Why would it be listed as uninhabited if there was a former city? I get the feeling that this is not going to be answered, and I am going to be deeply annoyed. This island was once inhabited by a certain civilization. And legend says, a long time ago, they created an artifact that mocked death itself. Which means eternal life. So that's it? You're looking for immortality? Why does that not surprise me? Kind of a cliche dream if you ask me. Hey, I never said it was for me. Okay. And what are you writing all the time? I'm translating. Translating? All these monoliths you see along the seashore, every one of them is a word. You mean like a hieroglyph? Let me guess, in the civilization's language? Exactly. When reading them together, they form a message. And what does it say? That's the trick. I'm not sure. But when I finally decipher it, I will know once and for all the nature and, more importantly, the location of the artifact, the secret to immortality. But it's not for him. Is it for the other dude? Interesting story. Where did you hear it? Old tale from my hometown. On another nearby island, not too far from here. I don't mean to be rude, but do you really believe in all that? The city in ruins match the legend exactly. That's proof enough, right? Well, I won't deny that. It's a lot more than what I was expecting to find, and it's hope for me. So, he came here searching for it, but not for him. For whom, then? Loved one, obviously, but I guess I should introduce myself. My name is Clover Emor. My brain keeps looking at that and going, more clover. I don't know what is wrong with my brain. Or clover remover. You see, if you take the Latin... Oh god, that actually is just one... You swap the E and the O and you have remover backwards. Well, okay, you need it's just an anagram. I'm an idiot. Sorry about the lack of courtesy back there. Until now, I was certain you were just another person searching for the artifact. I can't let anyone find it first. Relax. I couldn't care less about immortality. I'm just glad you didn't turn out to be the jerk I thought you were. If I do find anything about the Seven guy, I'll let you know. But, I'm sorry to say, I haven't seen a single soul apart from us. Yeah, even I doubt he's here. Hey, at least the monoliths are fun. Looks like they made sure their visitors didn't die from boredom anyway. You know, we should just walk around them, you know? Are you kidding? That's the only interesting thing on this island. Anyway, thanks. Good luck with the whole eternal life thing. Good luck with the lost genius thing. Take care. Unless he's our lost genius. So, we arrest people, huh? You sound like a real cop. Veteran of the force, are we? Let's say I'm a jack of all trades. So he's a cop. I had to intimidate him a bit for him to spit it out, right? I couldn't come up with anything else. Give you points for creativity. Anyways, remember to be careful about your name. It's the second most important thing about the situation, and the first, Evan. I guess that was obvious. And what do you think about the boy? Sounds credible, at least for now. Give me an hour and we'll find out about this legend. Meanwhile, don't get too far away from him. Keep trying to get as much information as you can from him. Are you serious, Nikla? You heard him. He has nothing to do with this. Leave him be. Don't be so easily convinced, Isis. It's the only thread we have regarding Evan right now. And what makes you so sure about that? My sixth sense. His sixth sense is he googled a walkthrough for this game. I need more than that to convince me. Besides, this place looks like it'll have loads of monoliths. Why don't you try to have some fun? I know Evan, believe me. He's here. Just a matter of time before he shows up. I thought I was the one who'd find him, not the other way around. Oh, if only you knew him. Things are never simple when he's involved. Legendary Evan, huh? Could he really be here? Fine. You're the boss. I'll continue after a little nap, and by little I mean big. I'm exhausted. Rest up, Dices. You know how to reach me if you need anything. Yeah, bye. What? Fucking what? W-hat? God, what time is it? I feel like I've been hit by a truck. Good morning, Nikla. I said, good morning, idiot. Is he sleeping? What? Why isn't this thing working? Huh? My transmitter. Oh no. Oh no, where is it? They're gonna kill me. What's this? What the? Clover. What in the name? You nearly scared me to death. What in the world is that thing? Hey, Clover. Perfect timing. I was looking for you. Is anybody there? Sorry, first time someone's opened a portal in my face. Why were you looking for me? Something strange just happened, and I don't exactly know what to do. And well, you're the only other human being around here. Shoot, first, would you mind coming in? It makes me nervous that you're still out there. Do I have to enter that thing? I'm not experienced in traveling with portals, you know. It's no big deal. Promise me I'll keep each and every one of my atoms. Just get in here already. It's a cute way of doing it with 2D. What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? Fascinating. I've been out of touch with technology, but this is beyond anything I could have imagined. Oof, too far to go back now, I guess. Is that the sunrise? You gotta be kidding me. Are we on the other side of the world? This is what I get for taking weird jobs. Must have been living under a rock to have missed out on technology like this. Somebody please save me. Fascinating. Simply... Vanille, just where are we? That's gonna be a very long answer, and we don't have much time. Short answer, Evan's inventions, blah blah blah. So he's the brain behind your crazy portals, huh? You finally get it now? What is he doing on the island? That's what I came to find out. Her straight hairs look very, very weird in pixel art. How many times do I have to say it? Sorry, I shouldn't have yelled at you. It's just that I don't know what to do. Well, first you need to calm down. You won't get far with your mind racing. Take a deep breath, exhale, and then tell me what happened. Alright. Take a look at what appeared here when I woke up. Also, my transmitter seems to be missing. Mayfly? Any idea who might have done it? That's what I'm trying to figure out. But something tells me it was Evan. I feel like he's taunting me, like he's saying, hey, I'm here, come get me. What makes you think that? Well, first, this is a sealed room. Can only get in and out using the portal. The portals are opened with a key Upbring gave me. Don't let the name fool you, it's just a little device with a button. But every key has a unique ID. What I'm getting at is that the only person who can open this portal is me. Nobody else should have been able to get in here. Unless you're the creator of the entire portal system. I guess in that circumstance, no key is probably no problem. But, and I'm just speculating here, and why a drawing? Beats me. Like I said, I think the drawing's just red herring. He had to leave something to prove he was here. It could have been anything, but I guess a drawing of a mayfly makes it more mysterious. Also, there were mayflies fucking everywhere on the island, apparently. Although they don't seem to have been drawn in the pixel art, so who knows? Is all that show something he would do? According to Nicola's descriptions, I'd say he would. Who's Nicola? Bombarding me with questions doesn't help, you know. I need to know the context in order to help you. Okay, well, 1, Evan's been missing for years, but recently revealed to Upbring that he's on this island. 2, he asked for me to come meet him for some weird reason. Wait, what? Slow down, will you? 2, what the heck is Upbring? Second time you mentioned it. It's a scientific research and development firm. Evan was an important member. Can I go on? Perfect. Continue. 3, they sent me to find Evan in constant communication with Nicola from Upbring. 4, I woke up and there's a drawing in the room. 5, the transmitter I was using to talk to Nicola disappeared. Better? The important part is Evan may be here, and my orders are to meet with him. So I guess that's the only thing I've got to worry about, but not knowing exactly what's going on is troubling. What if there's someone else here? What if they want to hurt me? What does Evan even have to do with this island? Is everything just part of a big joke of his? And besides all that, why did they send me? I'm starting to get why you were so desperate. Shouldn't they give you more details if they send you on a mission like that? Sounds like you barely have any idea what's going on. Surprise! I barely have any idea what's going on. Didn't you ask them for details? I tried. They didn't seem like the conversational types. Don't forget that the island hides a secret that anyone would want. You think Evan or Upbring may also be looking for this artifact? Just a theory. But it wouldn't be illogical for the island to be a target because of that. Although, I can't imagine what kind of motives they might have. When you're not a big corporation, it's hard to think like one. But I guess money's always behind everything. What do you think I should do? Well, finish the job, meet with Evan. Easier said than done, even though I know what I should be doing. Nicholas said that sooner or later, Evan will just show up. That's not the major issue. Rather, it's not knowing what I'm going to find on this island along the way. Summarize, you're scared. Shut up. I'm not scared. It's just insecurity about what may happen. Uh-huh. Are you alright? I'm in the middle of nowhere on an uninhabited island looking for a missing boy. How do you think I feel? I don't think I can do it. Not without Nicola. I mean, you don't have to do it all yourself, you know. Are you feeling generous? Do you have something in mind? I don't know if I'd call it having something in mind per se. But you could just join me in deciphering the message, because if Evan or whoever is here, it wouldn't be a stretch to assume they're looking for the same thing. It'll only be a matter of time until we cross paths. The message tells us where the artifact is. It may also tell us where he is. You seem pretty sure that Evan's looking for the same thing. Nah, I just can't come up with anything better. Maybe you'll feel safer if we stick together. You're acting like I'm some damsel in distress. I can take care of myself, you know. Anyways. You're right that it's not unreasonable to assume that Evan's looking for the same thing. But if that's the case, what if he's already found it? I remind you, he's been missing for a long time. Enough to have been able to do virtually anything. I wouldn't worry that much. Why not? I doubt he has this. Weird. Eternal is my son, and eternal my will become. Your notebook? This is what's engraved on the monolith so far, so it wasn't my imagination. That monolith did repeat itself. That explains it. And that'll help us because you'd be surprised how difficult it is to get this notebook. Even for a gigantic corporation, I think you may be slightly underestimating their power and influence. You can't get something if you don't know it exists. So the notebook's existence is a secret? You could say that. So I'd like to believe that not only am I here on time, but that I've got the upper hand. Anyway, if we're following the same path, I find the artifact, you find Evan. Win-win. What do you gain by helping me? Does it always have to be about gaining something? Well, I guess not. I just want to make clear, I'm not afraid. I don't need anyone to take care of me. But given our similar objectives, it does make some sense to stick together temporarily. Sure. Oh, and you walk in front. Whatever you want. I'll wait for you on the island. Wait, I'm coming too. Sure. As he walks off and the portal doesn't actually open. Right, sealed room. Would you open the portal, please? Oh, that's right. I almost forgot. And are you going like that? What do you mean? You're in pajamas. Oh, that. Of course, people dress, right? I'll open the portal. You go out. I'll catch up with you. Okay. Is everything ready? I think so. By the way, there's something I can't get out of my mind. Upbring wanted to make certain this island remained hidden. Which leads me to a really puzzling question. How did you find it? Courtesy of a friend. He found it. And then gave me the notebook. The island's location is in the notebook. Sorry about slamming my, slamming into the fucking microphone there. I thought I was further back from it than I was. Don't ask me how he got it, though. I haven't the slightest idea. Alright, well, what's your friend's name? Vincent. Vincent Vall. I see. Why? Just wanted to make sure it wasn't someone from Upbring. I imagine anyone who leaks information ends up regretting it. You're speaking as if they control the entire island, and yet I don't see a single trace of human activity. Who knows? Maybe they have a secret underground base or something. I'm really hoping you're wrong. The artifact is my only hope for her. Oh, that's right. You mentioned you wanted it for someone else. Could you elaborate on that? It's, my little sister. What happened to her? Let's say, well, her health, she's not in the best condition, and she doesn't have much time left. Oh, I'm sorry. I had no idea. Quick, idiot. Say something before you ruin it even more. And, what's her name? Dices. Ah. That's strange. Thought I heard Dices. That's what I said. I know, weird name. Yeah, bizarre. Why? Oh, nothing. Don't mind me. What the heck's going on in this place? I'm sorry to hear that. Don't worry, I'm already here, right? Is something wrong, Vanille? No, it's just, You go ahead, I'll catch up. As you wish. God, what have I gotten myself into? Nicola, I'd better get news from you soon. So this is interesting. Honestly, we're 40 minutes in and we have more plot development than most of the games I stream. Wait. I want to make sure I'm getting this right. Are you really going to play against me? And why not? This guy. Does he really have no idea? I guess it's time to play a little joke on him. Oh, well, it doesn't matter. Let's begin then. Fine. Oh, but first, I just want you to know that I'm not very good. Don't be too harsh, okay? Don't worry, I won't. May the best man win. Quite the reveal, huh? What are you up to, Evan? So I'm going to guess this is not quite as short as I expected it to be. Oh, I'm dumb. Man, I love when basic puzzles get me. Oh, that's neat. Could it be? Nah, too crazy. Everything alright? Did I say something wrong back there? Why? Is the abject horror on your face for the last 10 minutes? Nah, it's just, trying to digest the whole situation. I understand. What did you say your last name was again? Emor. Okay, that's a relief. Why? Just refreshing my memory. Sorry, I'm bad with names. Don't you think it's curious how the monolith's mechanisms are still working? A little, though maybe I'm not surprised, since the civilization also apparently figured out eternal life. Maybe their energy source is also unlimited. Now that I think about it, it makes a lot of sense for Upbring to target this place. Immortality, unlimited energy, what else? But can a place like this really be under their control? Like nobody's been here in decades. Although my theory about an underground lab would explain that. What was that? Did you hear that? Yeah. What was it? Nothing to worry about. You didn't expect the island to be free of wildlife, did you? You love leaving me behind, don't you? So, based off the whole fact that she was told to not be called Vanille, it's pretty safe to assume God damn it. That, they knew. Can't get up there. Okay, so that is the trick. Jumping from a higher spot on this gets you more air. But... oh, I'm being dumb. I need to jump off of it, and then I'll have enough to go here. Well, I think actually I needed to go to the right. I think that little... almost, but not quite Tetris block is, the old red... oh, no. It's what I needed to do is jump back down here. I don't know why I fucked that up each and every step of the way. But, you know. Sometimes puzzles that are not complicated in the slightest just don't click with you. Okay, so looking at it, I need this, but I need to be able to swap it. I fucked saying swap it up once, and I will always say swip it now. I think I see. So what bit of text do we get now? Another thing I've been thinking about. Clover, do you mind paying attention for a sec? I'm listening. I can write and do that at the same time. Well, about the civilization and all that. If they were capable of creating eternal life, why is nobody here? If they were immortal, they shouldn't have died, which means they should be here, right? So, Eternal is my son. Are you listening to me? Yeah, Vanille, you're totally right, I agree. The one who... Perfect. Nope, not listening. Hey, something touched me. What happened? The bush. What? Someone came out of the bush and went running past me, and I think he touched me. Where was he? I don't see anyone. Already gone. It was really fast. I swear. Must have just been like a monkey or something. I said someone, not something. I know what I saw. It wasn't a monkey. So you were able to see his face? Well, not really. It happened before I could react. But I know it was a person. The darkness is playing tricks on you, so you don't believe me. I believe that you should calm down, Vanille. Even if it was a person, and even if that person wanted to hurt us, we're two. And he or she is one. So there's no need to be scared. I'm not scared. Fine. Then this arguing is pointless. And then he runs the fuck off. So far, more clover is definitely my preferred character here. If he said cake and then touched giraffe, there's just one option left. Dollop. That's it. So, I choose Dollop. Alright, that's my spy. You lose. What the... Did I get caught on... This can't be. I must be dreaming. What just happened? Calm down, Miz. It was just luck. You got cocky. Next time I'll crush him. Good game. You know, my first game's always just a warm-up. Now I can really play full strength. I thought we were only playing once? Who plays Spymaster once? Not that I don't want to, but you know, things to do. Yeah, I get it. Father's duty calls. Ah. I'm barely old enough to enter a bar. She's my sister. If you'll excuse me. I do like the mix of cutscenes here. Both the... And I realize like 3/4 of the fucking game is just the... It's just the cutscenes, but... Oh, I see. I have this ass backwards from what I want. Huh. Huh. Okay. This is weirdly tight. And of course we do not have much coyote time, if we have any. What are you? Also weird. If you're holding up, you can't jump. I think it's if you're using the camera, you can't jump. But it's weird. How's it going? How's what going? The translations. Oh, well, I'll read you what I have. Okay. Eternal is my son, and eternal will become. He who not abandons our sacred... Why did you stop? Well, that's everything I got so far. So what? What do you think? I think it's too early to make any conclusions. It doesn't sound sensible. The language is elementary, almost confused. That's because it's not only an ancient language, it's also completely different than ours. Some words are probably going to sound silly. Trying to translate a completely unknown language to English is probably going to sound bad. The meaning remains. I think it's something like, our Eternal should be the one who remains on our sacred something or other. Do we take it literally, or is it some kind of metaphor? I was wondering that too, but it doesn't exactly come with instructions. You know how they used to write millennia ago? Grand language full of symbolism, alliteration, subtle references, wordplay. I must have missed the memo on that one. That kind of language never gets to the point. It seems really pretentious, and it makes me nervous. Maybe they wanted to add one more level of difficulty. Fuck you. How so? Obfuscating the writing makes it harder for fools or thieves to uncover the artifact. Making a riddle could act as a screening mechanism. Well, makes sense, I guess. Or maybe they just like being pretentious. Anyway, I think it's best to wait until we have the complete translation. Then we can draw our conclusions. I suppose that works. What can you tell me about these monoliths? Are you solving the puzzles too? I'm not sure if they're necessary for the artifact to take effect, but something tells me it's not a good idea to avoid them. Why not? They had to be built for a reason. Well, at any rate, you shouldn't be solving them. How does that help you find Evan? Yet, I haven't seen you walk around a single one so far. I don't want to get away from the seashore. Oh, that wasn't an I, that was a 1. 2. I don't plan on touching the water. 3. They're pretty fun. It's the best choice. I won't deny that. I am lying through my teeth here. In reality, there's something about them that intrigues me. I'm just not sure what it is. But I feel like solving them's the only way to find out. Anyway, runs the fuck off. Oh. Interesting. That's really good for making really annoying looking effects. Oh, I actually see what we need to do here. Well, how? I'm not sure I'm getting it. So it seems like that's not an option. But we need to get up here. And if we can get onto this with when it's in the upright position, with everything set up properly, then it'll be all fine. But I'm not seeing how to get it. Because this is our only swap once we're here. We don't have the ability to make any changes. And I think that this block is here because if you do this, you're in a losing state. So you need to be able to return it. So this is obviously wrong, but can we do anything with this to fix it? I don't think we can. Because it's not like being in this state, well, being in this state magically makes things better. We would need it flipped. But being in this state's not what we want either. Oh. No, because that doesn't change anything. I mean, we could get back up, but would that help us? Yeah. I hate how bad I am at these puzzles. This is the same problem as freaking Snakebird. What a view. I gotta admit, the place is beautiful. As I try to take a drink of my soda from the back. It's just seltzer water. I see. I don't know why I made the same mistake twice there. The monoliths, huh? It's so strange. Should I tell him? I don't know why, but I may have missed the line there. It kind of looked like I did. Could swear, but what would they gain? Thinking about all this just raises even more questions. Well, whatever, it's not my problem. I came here to do my job, and that's what I intend to do. I kind of feel like I want this to be in the bottom, but I don't know why. It didn't actually matter where it was. But yes it did. Yes it did. I'm being retroactively dumb. God. 16 monoliths and counting, and there are a bunch more ahead of us. I guess it'll be a long night of translations. Well, I imagine we'll stop to rest at some point, right? I don't plan on following you all night. It's still too early to stop. How do you know? You didn't even look at your watch. How strange. My watch has stopped. Is it broken? No, Vanille, your watch isn't broken. If you can read minds, it's probably time to confess. Not even the worst psychic would waste his abilities on you. You're just too easy to read. Now you're my therapist. No, but it's the same face I made as soon as I looked at my watch after arriving on the island. For some reason, neither watches nor compasses work here. Now that I think about it, if Upbring had some secret base somewhere on the island, they could have raised an electromagnetic field big enough to interrupt electronic devices so that they could hide the island from satellites and radar. Could that be the case? Hey, I'm sorry, alright? I was just joking. Are you mad at me? Oh, no. I was just thinking about something. Where were we? Oh, yeah. My legs are killing me. I'm hungry. Let's at least sit down for a minute. Please? I can't afford to. I know what you're thinking. You think if you hurry and try to waste as little time as possible, you'll be more efficient. You'll achieve more in less time. But really, fatigue leads to mistakes, which just costs more time. What would usually take an hour now takes you 3. In the long run, you'll lose more time than you think you're saving. Not to mention, you'll need twice the amount of rest to recover again. I understand your determination. I know your little sister can't wait, but you'll only reach your maximum potential if you rest properly. Without overextending yourself. You'll feel better and your body will thank you. Believe me. You sound like you're trying to sell me something. I know what I'm saying. College teaches you these kind of things the hard way. God, it does. God, it does. Energy drinks are not a replacement for sleep. That one's not directed at you guys, by the way. That one's like trying to get me to get it in my head as I, get closer and closer to 40 every day. I'm still years and years away, but you win, Vanille. Yay. I'll go with Trino. Impressive. You hit the nail on the head. What were you expecting? What are you up to, Clover? You'd never make that move. Hey, Clover. Have you ever bet on Spymaster? Never. Does the idea sound interesting? Not really. You can make money. I've done it. Not to be rude here, but your appearance doesn't exactly scream financial advice. You know what they say about appearances. I like the game, but I don't think it's worth taking too seriously. Why not? You're not bad. I don't know. Spy Master's always just been a hobby for me. I've got more important things to worry about than gambling. Like what? My family. I see. I love playing. For a few seconds, I just forget about everything else. It's a brief moment, momentary trance in which I become one with the game. I couldn't live without Spy Master. Achieved a lot of things. A lot thanks to it. Pretty much everything I have. Betting? Yep. Because I always win. Are you sure? From Misha. You're assassin, am I right? Again? No. No. How didn't I realize? You okay? Yeah, it's just really hot here. What's wrong with me? Why can't I beat him? That is a very weird thermos. Don't you think? I'd like to agree, but honestly I didn't pay much attention. I'm telling you. I'm sure it's not my imagination. They're not always getting progressively harder. The difficulty curve is all over the place. I think the strangest thing in all of this is you, Vanille. Huh? Me? Why? Since you arrived here, you haven't stopped talking about Evan, Upbring, or secret bases. All of a sudden you start to talk about college. What I'm trying to say is, who are you exactly? Some kind of secret agent? Feels weird when I'm not the one asking questions. Well, although Upbring hired me to come to the island, their motives are completely unknown to me. But you do know Evan, right? That's why they sent you. Never so much as spoken a word with the guy. Have you worked with Upbring before then? Nope. I give up. I don't get it. Why you? Doesn't it make more sense for them to send, I don't know, a rescue team? Or something? Nicola? According to Upbring, it's no use. It's no use! Trying to understand Evan, or at least that was the excuse they used with me. Yes, Evan seemed to know about me without me knowing about him. You don't wonder why? I wonder alright, but I have no idea. Is there something special about me? I doubt it. Maybe he just randomly picked someone. For whatever he wants to achieve. So he wasn't kidnapped? Did he disappear of his own volition? I already told you, Clover. I don't have the slightest idea. Your guess is as good as mine. When I first arrived, I thought you were here because of him too. For a moment, I thought that whatever he was up to involved multiple people, but I've already discounted that hypothesis. Sounds like you're going to be the guinea pig for some dark experiment. Probably. Why would you accept a job like that? Well, you see, it's very, very simple. It's called, and it's the four most wondrous words in the English language. Fat stacks of cash. No. Sorry. Caption did not get that. Fat stacks of cash. Sorry, it's important that auto caption gets that just in case. It sounds dangerous. Terrifying, anyway. I'm not supposed to say this, but they offered me money. What did I say? I mean, of course they did. That's how a job works. No, Clover, you don't understand. I mean, they offered me a lot of money. More than I've ever imagined making for my entire life. Something tells me you do have something special after all then. At least special for Evan. Or, well, whoever's behind this. You get the idea. But what is it? What's so special about me? A while ago I thought trying to answer these questions just seems to raise even more questions. In any case, that's why I accepted. Money trouble? There's no nice way for me to say this. I just love money. Yo, same. I've always loved it. I can't say it without feeling like I'm scum of the earth. People like to pretend. I don't care about material things. I don't care about money. Everybody wants money. The only difference is I'm happy to admit it. Whether you like to accept it or not, money makes life much, much easier. I mean, I like to think that's why I want it, for an easier life, but... And not just, because I'm greedy, but I grew up in a family where we lived paycheck to paycheck. Money was always a sore spot for our parents. They fought constantly. Being offered that amount just to come find Evan? It seemed too good to be true. But it wasn't. That's why I don't care that much. I don't care what Evan wants. I don't care if he knew me. I don't care what people think. I don't care if my life may be in danger. And I don't care if I'm doing the right thing. If there's money involved, you can count me in. There's nothing wrong in admitting what makes you happy. We all have something. As long as you're not hurting anyone. Well, maybe I'd hurt someone. As long as there's money, maybe I don't care. God, I'm awful. Sitting with the altruist here is not exactly helping. The contrast makes me feel even worse, Am I an altruist? Just look at yourself. You're doing this for someone from your family. You decided to help me without asking anything in return. I believe there comes a time when you realize all the things you've been worrying about all these years, they don't actually matter, and you pass the time your whole life willfully ignoring the things that are truly valuable. But that's not what really hurts. What really hurts is that you knew what mattered all along. Deep down, you always knew. You just decided to live your life that way, believing that later there would be time for everything else. There would be time for your family later. There would be time for your friends later. Right now, you just think about your problems. Eventually, you realize later is an excuse. It doesn't exist. It can't exist. There is no later. It's already far, far too late. And in that moment, you realize why you're put on this planet. To be an example of what not to do. Oh, sorry, I made it personal. And more importantly, you realize the things that are worth living for, the ones you'll remember when you're about to die, the ones that make you happy. Ironic. Learning the lesson when there's nothing else you can do. But I guess that's how it works, right? I thought I couldn't feel any worse for just wanting money, but hey, congratulations, I feel even worse. But that wasn't the point. He's explaining his altruism, which admittedly is not truly altruistic in his opinion, but just don't forget that those that are important to you. I won't, but this doesn't make sense. You sound like an old man on his deathbed. I don't know how old you are, but you look like you still have 3/4 of your life left. Did I say something wrong? You're completely right, Vanille. Why do I bother worrying? I forgot to thank you. For everything. If I had to be here on my own, I wouldn't have lasted much longer without losing it. I think that's most people. One look at this place, I'm sure most folks would turn around. Don't worry about it. We should go on, shouldn't we? What happened to your immense tiredness? On second thought, I can probably keep going until midnight. Which would make sense if I knew what time it was. Whatever. This brief rest was enough to keep going. We can stop when we get too tired. I'll clean up then. They never took a single drink of that whatever it was. Coffee? Water? Who knows? I mean, it wasn't steaming, so it probably wasn't supposed to be coffee in universe, but... Sorry, it's just that with everything else being, really pretty, I am going to notice that because everything looks good. Just sometimes it doesn't... There's no motion. I mean, also, I think it's coming across on the stream as well. And this might be a Switch thing. If you notice, right about in line with my avatar, with like the top of the chest, the bottom of the top part of the chest, there is a line that goes across the screen. On my TV, that's just a little like black line of pixels. It's on both screens. I have no idea what the fuck it is. I assumed that it was my TV having an issue with it, but honestly, I have no idea. It could also be the splitter fucking something up. Who knows? God, I can't see anything. Is that tower? I will say the parallaxing in this is fantastic. I know how to say words. Oh, I see. Now, do we want that? I think we do. I think we do. Hmm. 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 Okay. I didn't think that was going to work. I thought I was going to need to redo some of that. Hey, I know I must be boring you with my theories, but listen to this. I think Upring does have a base somewhere on the island. Or they did at some point at least. Tech here is certainly unique enough to pique their interest. And Evan being here makes that all the more evident. That's not Clover. Here's what I think happened. Upring discovered the island and became interested in it a long time ago. So first they undertook to hide it from the rest of the world. They raised an electromagnetic interference field to hide the island from radar and satellite images, which until today seemed to be working just fine. That would also explain our malfunctioning watches. Also, I came up with another thought. Despite their efforts, Upring was never able to discover the island's secrets, neither how the energy works nor how to find the artifact. Why, you may ask? I believe because of your notebook, Clover. The last piece of the puzzle. I was thinking about what you said before, and I think you got it right. The civilization wasn't going to leave riches and treasures for just anyone to find. So I created the notebook. In any case, time passed and Upring's attention drifted away from the island. And of course, she is calling attention to that notebook several times over, which means whoever Shadow Man is now knows that the notebook's important. So, rip Clover, I guess. Although, of course, they never stopped guarding it. That's when Evan comes in. At some point, they entrusted him with the task they couldn't achieve. And, well, that's what I got so far. I still don't know where I fit in. What do you think? What's wrong with him now? Oh, I guess it's one of those deals of we can see. She cannot. Hmm. I'm done. I got it backwards on remembering what thing did what. I mean, that one wasn't even complex, is absolutely the worst part. So we're gonna come across Clover's corpse here, right? Nicola, where are you? Why am I not getting news from anybody? Oh, that one also moves. Interessante. Also, I apologize if that was very, very, very bad Spanish. I know my Spanish is very bad. Oh. Interesting. What do I want it to be? Ah. God. I didn't even try hitting the jump button there. That was impressive. Is everything okay?
Oh, I'm sorry. I just noticed you were there. Scenery here is so gorgeous, you know. Sometimes I lose myself for hours just looking at it. Don't you think this world is too beautiful for us?
Huh? It's not Clover. Who are you?
Soon our time to talk will come, Dices.
Ah, so it's Evan. Hey, damn it. I wasn't able to see his face. How did he know? 'Cause it's Evan. Or a clone. Or a robot. One of the 5. Could it be Evan? No, that voice. I've heard it somewhere else. Well, that makes one of us. God. Why is time going so slowly? 8 p.m. It's almost time. For Christ's sake, why is he taking so long? God, finally. Hey, how's it going? Since when is this place so clean? Don't tell me. Nah, how would I? It was Dices. Of course it was me. Now you have no excuses. We can continue where we left off. I want my rematch. I still have to check on Dices. 38. You listen to her song. Now she's sleeping. Like a baby. Clover. You really want to wake her up? I know. You don't need to thank me. Okay, you win. You'll have your rematch. This time, though, I want to propose something. What is it? Nothing special. I just thought we could place a little bet. Is that so? What's on your mind? Since you're so good at this, I'm sure a little bit of risk doesn't scare you, does it? If I win, your house is mine. You and Dices will have to look for some other place. Your face is glorious. Joking. Joking, Clover. Now, really, what I truly wanted was, sure, you beat me, it's yours. You're joking, right? You know I have no sense of humor. I have to leave here pretty soon anyway, and honestly, I had no idea what would happen once I'm gone. Maybe you showed up at just the right time, Vincent. But I don't get it. Isn't it your house? It is. So, why do you have to leave? And where? Long story. Want the house? It's yours. Of course, only if you manage to defeat me. Which, of course, is not going to happen. You little... But it doesn't sound bad. I do like this place. No one knows me around here. I could live in peace. And what about me? What if I win? You know, I think I figured out the thing that kind of bugs me a little bit about the graphics. I need to look up who made this game. But I don't think it's the same person as who is... Okay, so it looks like it was also a one person thing. Okay, so yeah. So it looks very reminiscent at times of Konjac. Joaquin Sandberg stuff with like iconoclasts. Now it's not. He didn't do anything with the art. I think it's just the fact that there's you know the breathing works and it looks good and it's consistent, and just everything kind of just works. And it's color-wise, there's a lot of things that remind me, and just. But I think it's just most likely they learned from similar sources, or they learned by trying to emulate similar sources. What if I win? Well, you decide. Whatever you want. I don't have any money, at least right now. But let's just say I have ways of acquiring things. If you want money, I can get it. Just think about it. You know. The funny thing is, what I want most in life can't be bought. Does something like that really exist? It doesn't matter. I thought of something. I'm all ears. If I win, you leave. And here I thought our friendship was just starting to bloom, Clover. Don't get me wrong. You can visit me anytime you want. What I mean is, if I win, you go back out there, back wherever you came from. See, Vincent, I don't know what kind of fool you take me for, but you don't need to be a genius to realize you're hiding from something. And if I win, I want you to go back and face it. You're a fortune teller all of a sudden? Look, I don't know what you think you know. But whatever, fine. You win, I'll get out of here. Gotta be the best. Gotta be better than him. Let my guard down last time. This will be different. It's not gonna be different. Also, one thing that I've noticed pretty consistently about recording in 1080p at a very, very ever so slightly higher bitrate than I was doing it with the 720p is that I don't have a single video that I've used as much bandwidth or used as much data as I've used as much bandwidth. It's dumb. Surprisingly bright for nighttime. Sort of too bright, I'd say. Also, is it hotter than usual? God damn it. I thought I jumped, but I guess I was not paying as much attention. Ooh. Water? Could it be a water treatment plant? Just what was this place? Okay, so if we move the green one. That was completely and totally unnecessary. So maybe if I jump on the bounce pad. Ah. I I see. I don't actually see. I have no idea what I'm doing. So, like, this is a tiny bit of a problem, but we can do that. But once we've done this, what can we do? I mean, if that thing wasn't there, we could actually just straight up jump through. That would not be an issue. I hate being, you know, really blind at times. Any sign of the missing one? Vanille? Haven't got your tongue? I'm sorry. Everything in order? You look like you've seen a ghost. Considering how things are going, that would be par for the course. Just checking here, but you didn't just play a joke on me, did you? What are you talking about? No, he's too straight-laced. Clover? I think I was right. About what? We're not alone. Did you see someone? Could they be listening to us? I better be careful. You already said everything. We should get to a safe place first. You know what? Nah, never mind. It's my imagination. Lack of sleep does these things to you. Aha. Hey, I'm kind of getting tired here. Maybe we could call it a night? What's wrong, Vanille? Sure, wouldn't hurt. 2 monoliths more and we can get in some rest, okay? What do you think? What? Just 2. Not a single one more. Roger. Clover. Wait. Do you think it's possible to use water as an energy source? I'm the least technological person I know, but I don't think so. What do you think this place was? Hard to guess. It does look like a water treatment plant, that's for sure. Vanille, I'm the least suitable person for this kind of question. Do you see someone else around here? Why don't you ask Evan when you find him? Psst, how funny. For the record here, I have no idea what voice I used for that little creature. So there is exactly 0% chance of me being able to replicate it. Are those the choices? Wait, it doesn't matter what this is. Although it kinda does. So I have effectively reset it. So I think I want this one to be on the opposite. I was incorrect. I do want to swap the I think. No, actually, I think I'm wrong about that. I think I want everything on this cycle. Nope. Okay, so I need to actually think while I'm pressing each button. Because too much not thinking made that take like minutes longer than it should have. So, I think that's enough for today. I think I speak for both of us when I say I could collapse at any second. And maybe the fatigue, started playing tricks on us. Hope you're not making fun of me. Or you're gonna sleep outside. Well, that was my plan to begin with. I never go on an adventure without my sleeping bag. Whatever then. What's the matter? Don't tell me. Feeling some pity for me? You wish. You can sleep on the floor. I'm feeling compassionate today. Lucky me. Are you coming? I don't have all night. Or day as it looks. No. Time to start packing your stuff, don't you think? This isn't happening. Who is this guy? Why are you so shocked? No surprise I beat you for the 100th time. How can he beat me so easily? How have I never heard of him? This guy's the one who truly should have. Then why? Why doesn't he care? Are there other people out there better than me? Who don't mind showing it, but they don't care? No, this guy's just a weirdo. Vincent, you've been making strange faces and saying nothing for about 3 minutes here. Starting to make me uncomfortable. Clover, tell me one thing. Why don't you care? Why don't you care about recognition? I haven't lost at Spy Master in years. Until today. I hate to admit it, but you're good. Too good. I already told you. Dices is first, so it's true. He's alone. What happened? Not my problem. Now I've got to worry about finding a new place. I think you have no idea what you can get with your skills. Better place for you and her, giving her everything she could possibly desire. You wouldn't need to work in that shop every day. If I was able to get everything thanks to Spy Master, imagine what you could achieve. What? Someday you'll understand, Vincent. Understand what? That everything you chase doesn't have any value. Oh, of course, I'm too young to understand your mature philosophy. Is that it? Always talking with that air of superiority as if you knew everything? Who do you think you are? Do as you please. The fun's come to an end and I'm getting out of here. But you want to hear a bet? Sure, yeah. Not in a million years. I hope so. Now what? Huh? Clover? Hey, what's wrong? God, I can't get used to the abrupt change of light. What's wrong? Can't find my pillow. Can't believe this is still happening to me, even in a bedroom without anything. I must really toss and turn in my sleep. Where the heck is it? Here, take mine. Are you sure? Never use it anyway. Thanks. But first, I've gotta go to the bathroom. What's stopping you? Well, you have to be kidding me. There's no bathroom in here? Surprisingly, there isn't. Such a genius, Evan, huh? I won't take long. You. I won't let you get away this time. Ha! Who'd have thought I could catch someone with a portal? Who's afraid now? Where am I? And why is it nighttime here? Keep playing dumb. You're not going anywhere. Because that's it. There's no exit door. Nor restroom. Oh, really? And, then how do you plan on getting out? Through the portal, duh? The only way out is going back to the island. What an amazing piece of technology. But you, my little stalker friend, aren't going anywhere. Not until you spill the beans. I wouldn't want to ruin your floor. I'm not dreaming, am I? Who's your friend? Clover, allow me to present our monkey. Huh? I didn't think I looked that bad. Jeez. No, I don't mean that. Oh, so you like how I look then? What I'm trying to say is that someone treated me as some paranoid jitterbug when I saw someone, saying it must have just been a monkey. Oh, so you actually were being followed. Who is he? No idea. But he's not going anywhere until we find out. Hey guys, I'm right here. Well then, let's not waste any more time. What's wrong with him? Ignoring me, eh? That seems familiar. You think you're gonna get away by clamming up? And the sky, it makes me feel so high. The bad times pass me by. I think he's listening to music. Or at least he's pretending to. I'm sorry? I get awkward when talking with someone for the first time. I'm not good with girls. I don't think he's good with anybody. Actually, my headphones don't work, but I always carry them to deal with awkward situations. I like this one. People usually think I'm listening to something and leave me alone. It works pretty well, you know? Sure, absolutely. I think it's time to stop the act, don't you think? I'm only gonna ask this once. Have you been following it? Just do it. You're about to give me a wet willy, right? Let me just... I need to get to Tums. So yeah, in addition to grabbing that Tums, I also decided to stretch because when I stood up, like, my back cracked and my knees cracked and a whole bunch of stuff. And I was like, oh, come on, why is my back bugging me? I've only been, sitting in like a kind of awkward position for like 40 minutes or maybe an hour. And I assumed it was like an hour because last time I looked at the dashboard, it said 40 minutes. Well, now it's an hour and 55 minutes, so yeah. What? What, Willie? Spit on your finger and stick it in my ear. You know, when they're picking on me, my friends always do that. What kind of friends are those? Why would I do something like that? Oh, I don't know, because I'm very teasable, I guess. At least that's what my friends always say. Someone needs new friends. I'm not going to do that to you. We just want to tell us who you are and what you're doing here. Oh, is that all that this is about? That's easy. Could you do me a favor first? Me? Sure. What? Would you mind giving me some more space, please? I'm kind of uncomfortable. Sure. Sorry. How's this? Perfect. Well then. The name's Andre. Andre Ager. Clover's the only one without a alliterative name, isn't he? I'm an explorer, although I prefer the word adventurer. Aren't you too young to be an explorer? Hey, thanks. That's the best compliment someone's ever given me. Other than Mom, of course. It wasn't a compliment. Why the island? Why not? It's a pretty place. Quiet. And, well, nobody teases me here. Finding this island's not particularly easy, you know. How did you know about it? Translator notebook. I was fortunate enough to touch one of the last notebooks with my own 2 hands. You have one of the notebooks? I wish. A friend has one. He let me take a few pictures of it. More than enough to find the island and translate the monoliths. Oh, the monoliths, they're so rad. Feel your heart beating fast, or... Sorry. So, I guess you've already deciphered the message then. That must have been what brought you here. Clover? We're in the middle of that, actually. That's so. I see. I solved it already. That's why I'm going back. What? Easy there, Orange Peel. I'm not taking it with me if that's what you're afraid of. Well, it'd be pretty hard to do that, but once I learned what it was, I lost interest. I felt there was nothing else for me to explore here, honestly. I thought this place would offer something a little bit more interesting. What do you mean? I don't know, it's just, it wasn't what I was expecting. Why? The artifact, what is it? Did you really do all this work just to have me ruin the surprise? What I'm trying to say is, you should figure that out for yourself, but is it, is it real? As real as you and me. So you weren't following us? What would I gain by doing that? Why did you run away from me at the valley? Haven't you noticed how difficult it is for me to deal with people? I was doing everything I could not to cross paths with you. But you mentioned something about our time to talk coming. Huh? I don't know what you're talking about. Maybe you ran into someone else. Could that have been the case? Was someone else there? No, you're not fooling anyone, Andre. So, You know when you're trying to leave, but you're struggling to come up with an excuse? Can I leave now, Vanille? I suppose. I guess it was just a misunderstanding. Though I'm not so sure about that myself. But what can I do? I can't prove he's lying. We're sorry. Don't worry about it. You two have been kinder to me than anyone else I've run into. Other than Mom, of course. Oh, actually, Andre. One last thing before you leave. Sure. We're looking for someone named Evan Goldstein. Does the name sound familiar? Evan Gold... Oh, yeah. Do you know him? Yeah. I mean, everyone knows him, right? But if you mean do I know him personally, I'm afraid I don't. I guess it was too good to be true. And I haven't seen him around here either. I suppose, though, if I had seen him, I might not have recognized him. Why don't you show him the photo, Vanille? And by the way, that probably would have made our conversations easier to begin with. Yeah, I suppose you're right. Hold on, I got one right here. Hey. It's not here. It's not here. I swear I had it. Maybe in the... It's unlikely you've seen him anyway. He's not someone you'd forget. We won't keep you any longer. You can go whenever you like. Before I leave, would you be kind enough to share some water? I ran out, and it's a long way back. Sure, take my flask. Oh, is everyone here around here this nice? Thanks. This is awful. What the heck do you two drink? What are you talking about? It's just water. It's horrible. Oh, I get it. You're teasing me, like my friends. I should have guessed. Too good to be true. Hey, no, you got it all wrong. We're not like that. Here, pass me that. How is it? It's water. Give it here. Here you go. Oops. I'm really clumsy. I'm so sorry. Don't worry. You okay? Yeah, I think my hands are too sweaty. But hey, if you look at it this way, maybe I did you a favor. You can't drink stuff like that. It'll make you sick. Anyway, see you later, guys. That's not the exit. The exit's the portal. Dices. Could you open the door for me, please? Oh, right. Yeah, I always forget. How do you get used to this? You don't. Speak for yourself. Well... It was, a pleasure to meet you. Bye. Are you sure you'll be fine on your own? Don't worry about me, I'm sturdier than I look. I find that very, very hard to believe. Take care, okay? You too. Bye, Andre. Well, that was... something. Tell me about it. And now I'm out of water to boot. Don't worry, I still got mine, we'll be okay. Damn about the photo thing. If I had asked you earlier, could have gotten a peek at Evan. Now I'm curious. Oh, the photo? Don't worry, I didn't lose it. He took it. Huh? Remember when I said it felt like someone touched me? You think he took it? I know he took it, and I think I know why. You think the explorer bit and all the awkwardness was just an act? Worst I've seen in years. So he was following us then. Why? Who is he, really? So, don't leave me hanging here, Vanille. That guy Vincent you mentioned, the one who gave you the notebook, what about him? Describe him to me. Tall, dark skin, slim, younger than he looks. Let me guess, single pink eye? How did you... Vanille, you're creeping me out here. Bingo! I don't know how, or why, but it seems you were friends with Evan without realizing it. I knew you two were connected in one way or another. Andre took the photo of Evan to keep me from showing it to you. That way, we wouldn't realize you already knew Evan all this time. What was Vincent's last name? Vol. Like ball, but with a V instead. Ball the Demon captions. B-A-A-L. The real question, though, is why go through all that trouble? Evan? What? Why didn't he tell me? No, it's not possible. I saw his idea. His full name was Vincent Fall. Curious. Vanille? You already know what's going on here. Not entirely. But I'm starting to put it together. What do I have to do with all this? Well, if I could only tell him. Why don't... It doesn't make any sense. We have a lot to talk about, Clover. Specifically, I'm very interested in how you met Vincent. Vanille? I realize that finding out Evan is important to you, but the clock is really ticking on Dices. And with Andre already figuring out the artifact, I know, don't worry. My questions can wait. Your sister's running out of time, and we've got an artifact to find. And I'm sure you'll be the one to find it. We'll have time to talk about it later. Thanks, Vanille. Go ahead. I'll catch you after I get dressed. I still haven't been able to use the restroom. Okay. The real question is why someone would build a room like that and not have an attached restroom. Is Evan just that much of a shitheel? Didn't think revealing the details to me was important, huh? 1 foot in the grave, playing Spy Master like nothing's the matter. Though, I suppose that explains a lot of things. Here to let me in on the joke? Sorry, it's just that you're weird, Clover. Day after day, get up, make the bed, make breakfast for all of us, go to work, come back, clean, day in, day out, knowing what awaits you. Doesn't make any sense, but still, you do it every day. Why? I can tell you why. Because tomorrow's not real, Vincent. The only real thing is what's happening right here, right now. My father used to say investing in happiness tomorrow yields sadness today. The only moment that exists is now, and today, more than ever, I understand the sentiment. I think one day you'll get it too. Let's hope I do. Anyway, Clover. I guess there's no use in saying get well soon, so... guess I just say good luck. Don't worry. Enjoyed making you eat crow playing Spy Master. Yeah, it was fun. Thanks for everything. If you ever need anything, you only have to ask. But, if I don't hear from you, I guess this is our last goodbye. Just worry about fulfilling your end of the bet. That'll be more than enough. In that case, if you'll excuse me, I'll go serve my sentence. A bet's a bet. Good luck. I'm definitely gonna need it. Bye, Clover. Hey, yeah. Take care, okay? You too. And then they kissed. If you're gonna make the most awkward dialogue, I am going to follow it up with the most asinine comments. Evan, I don't know why you brought us here, and I still don't know what you're planning. But I won't let Clover be a part of it. Okay, so... Hmm. Damn it. I do like these little puzzles even if they're very easy. How's the translation coming along? Hello? I'm getting very, very close, so isn't that a good thing? I don't like where this is going. Oh. Hmm. Is this how I want it? Yeah. I am pretty... I hate how I was 90% there the first time and just messed it up. Ooh, a purple one. Poiple, huh? Poiple. What's Poiple get us? Poiple. Hmm. Hmm. Oh, I think know. Do I think this is right? I just needed to mess around with being, you know, dumb for a while. Hey, I just want you to know, whatever the artifact turns out to be, I'll be here, okay? You can count on me. Thanks, man. There. That was the last one. I got the full message. What does it say? You know, when I was a little boy, there was this neighbor kid I played with almost every day. We were almost the same age. He was 1 year older than me. Lucas. That was his name. We'd always play in the park in my hometown. First thing, every morning, Mom would make breakfast. I'd eat it as fast as I could. Head to the park. He was always there waiting for me. Didn't matter how early I got up, Lucas was always first. I remember one time I asked him if he slept there. He always carried this toy plane. I loved that plane, even though he was a good friend. Bastard never let me touch it, and that pissed me off a little. One day, woke up after having breakfast as usual. I went to the park. He wasn't there yet. I was happy. I'd finally managed to beat him at the park. Sat down to wait for him, but hours passed and Lucas never showed up. When I got back home, I learned they'd moved. That night, my father heard me crying in my room and came in really worried. I told him what happened. I was really sad, but I was a kid, so eventually I started to get over it. One day, my father brought me a box that had come for me in the mail. I was really confused. It was from Lucas. He sent me a letter, apologizing for not being able to say goodbye. He told me he'd miss me and wouldn't forget about me. Also in the box was a gift. It was his toy plane. One day I was playing at my dad's office. Stumbled on the box for the plane. I realized he'd made the whole thing up. Obviously, I never said a word, although I never found out how he knew that I liked that plane so much. I never told him that detail. And I wasn't ever able to ask him. Why not? He died from a strange disease a few years later. He always said, if you want to be happy, make your loved ones happy. I was too young to understand. Not long after Dad died, Mom left us. She couldn't get fear of the disease out of her mind, even though it wasn't contagious. Unfortunately, though, it's hereditary. And as it turns out, Dices and I both inherited the disease. What? You too, Clover? I may have a few weeks left. Then again, I may have a few days before the disease takes its course. Even worse, the disease progresses much more aggressively in women. Dices, my little sister, sooner or later the disease will kill her. This legend, this artifact, was my only hope. What does it say, Clover? See for yourself. Eternal is my son, and eternal will become he who not abandons our sacred place. Because only on this land the same man is forever endless, true eternity. I think I get it. It's the island. The whole island is the artifact. And from what I can tell, the artifact's power is limited to those standing on it. That is, while we remain here, we'll be immortal. What a stupid thing. What's the use of the artifact if I can't take it with me? We can just bring Dices here. Of course we will. What other choice do I have? But she'll have to live here forever? What kind of life would that be? A prisoner of a deserted island for all eternity. We can find another way. Vanille, would you excuse me for a bit? I need some time to be alone. Clover. Clover, why didn't you say anything? If only... We need to stab Andre. Such an intoxicating fragrance, don't you think? Huh? The flowers, am I interrupting something? No. Just a little stab, just a little. I guess. Who would guess that the nectar is one of the world's most toxic poisons? A drop or two kills an adult in a matter of hours. Funny thing, nature. So gorgeous and so deadly at the same time. From the bottom of my heart, I believe it was made to end us. The divine punishment for destroying our home. Why are you here? Such a shame, isn't it? Clover's situation. What if I told you there's actually something we can do? That voice again, it was you. Upbring isn't behind this, is it? You were the one who contacted me. Wasn't it fun, though, playing detective? See, Dices, I've always felt an inexplicable obsession with mysteries. Detective stories, questions without answers. There's something so seductive in them. In real life, however, they're always so dull. They're never like in video games or a good book. That's why I wanted to really take this to the next level, make it more interesting, you follow me? I took the liberty of designing all this such that you could figure it out yourself. That every discovery would have been uncovered by you and only by you. Evan, on the other hand, he wanted to make everything so obvious. He wanted you to know everything from the start. Let's just say that's not how I do things. Where's the fun in that? Where's the emotion? He wouldn't understand. Emotions can't be faked. They have to be authentic. They must be lived. I even managed to get someone with the same... You know what? It doesn't matter. What are you talking about? What's going on here? What's all this about? Come on, Dices. You still don't have a clue? After all the work I've done, you're just going to give up? I thought you were better than that. No one appreciates a good mystery anymore. What's wrong with this maniac? Alright, I'll admit it. Maybe I didn't give you all the pieces. But I know you won't need them. You're something special, Dices. Well, I think this last one will be enough. I've been aware of your observations. Remember your suspicions about the monoliths? Eureka, you were right. The question is why our friend Evan adored Clover. And he wanted to leave him with a little present as the final goodbye. One that involved an island capable of doing what the new message said. You follow me? No. No. So, are you still wondering why you're here? Those flashing images were well done. Is this the right thing? I'm not sure what right even is anymore. Clover? I've been thinking. I've got to tell you something. I'm listening. My name is not Vanille. It's Dices. Dices. What? Now's not the time for jokes, Vanille. Just shut up and listen. Sorry, I'm all ears. Ever since I arrived on the island, I can't with this. It's too much for me. Clover, I don't get it. I really don't get it. Hey. Relax, okay? Everything will be okay. I'm here with you. Tell me what's going on. Why do the worst things always happen to the best people? Why? It's always the same. It's so unfair. Well, I like to think the universe has a plan for all of us. Besides, if I hadn't been sick, I'd never known you, right? You idiot. Why didn't you tell me? I didn't want my disease to mark me. I didn't want to be treated differently. I wouldn't have treated you differently. Vanille, you're doing it right now. It's just that... It's okay, Vanille. Breathe in. What is it you wanted to tell me? Ever since I arrived on the island, I couldn't get this coincidence out of my head. But I think I understand everything now. It's not that the island's making us immortal. Rather, the island's frozen in time. Do you understand? Time is not passing here. What's the difference? You arrived here before me. Time stopped for you the moment you set foot on this island. But it didn't stop for everyone else. You left home and came here to save your sister when she was just a baby. But time went on normally for me, until I grew up and came here. And that's why we're meeting each other now. I know it's hard to believe, but I'm Dices, Clover. You're Dices. What? What are you saying? When I took this job, they gave me a false name. They told me not to reveal the real one. Until now. And I think it's because they didn't want you to know from the beginning, because of how absurd this all sounds. But now that you've figured out what the artifact is, it makes a lot more sense, doesn't it? Your name is Dices Amor? It is. How did you recover? It looks like I was never sick in the first place, Clover. It was just you. When Evan gave you the notebook and sent you here, he stayed and looked after me, didn't he? He was going to look after Dices while I was here, but that was just a little while. pretty much a day ago. No, Clover, it was years ago. Time went by, and you never came back. While on the island, we don't feel the passage of time. It doesn't affect us. That's why our watches stop while we're here. Evan must have thought you had died, that you'd never come back. He had no other choice but to look after me. Obviously, he thought that it wouldn't last long. He thought that sooner or later my time would also come. But seeing how things turned out, it seems that time never came. I imagine when he realized I wasn't sick, he decided to search for a place for me, a family. And he did a good job of it. Until today, I never knew I had a brother. Actually, I never knew where I really came from. After a long time, I'm guessing he figured out how the island works. He assumed you'd still be here, that from your perspective, you'd just arrived. After that, he contacted me, pretending to be Upbring. He sent me here with the excuse of finding Evan, so that I would meet you. The only restriction they gave me was to hide my real name no matter what. I believe it's because they didn't want you to realize it was me from the beginning. First, you needed to figure out how the island worked. And just think about it, it all makes sense that way. Neither of us would have believed any of this if we were told about it from the start. Well, he didn't tell me either. He wanted us to discover it by ourselves. We had to wait for this moment. Are you sure about what you're saying? And I trust you. Just look at me, Clover. It's me. Can't believe it. Dices. Is it really you? You've been right in front of me all this time? Yes, Clover, it's me. You've grown so much. Dices, can I give you a hug? Of course you can, you idiot. Dices, I was so scared, so afraid of losing you. Ever since we lost Mom and Dad, I only had you, and I didn't want to lose what I loved the most. But it doesn't matter. None of that matters. Now that I know you're fine. Because that's what I've always wanted. Can't believe how much you've grown. Are you staying healthy? Tell me about your friends, Dices. Did they take good care of you? Has it really been years? I've got so many questions, dear sister. What happened to Evan, and why did he use a different name with me? It was just a fake name he used to hide from the world. It was all part of his plan. He wanted to surprise us. Also, I really should have been drinking water throughout this. He did it for us. Well, he managed. That bastard. Suppose he wasn't that selfish after all. Hey, why are you crying? Aren't you happy to see me again after all these years? I'm happy. That's all. Me too. I don't ever want this moment to end. I'm so happy I could die right now. And then he did. From now on, everything will be better. I guess I have to stay here if I don't want my time to come. You better visit, and above all that... Clover? What's the matter? Just feeling a little dizzy. Don't worry. Oh, that bodes poorly. Clover? What's wrong? Clover? Hey, wake up. What's happening? Get up. Someone help. Clover, say something to me, please. Man, Evan, playing as you sucks. You can't even jump. Hmm? You're not from here, are you? Wait a second, the hobo? I think you're confusing me with someone else. What brings you here, fella? I'd like to ask you about Clover. Clover? I never met a boy with such a kind heart. Boy. Ever since he knew about my knee, he does the grocery shopping for me. Can you believe it? Sure knows how to make an old man happy. Shame he's going through all that, don't you agree? Huh? Stop talking nonsense, would you? I don't get all the young people slang these days. I'm talking about his disease in his remaining days. What did you say? Is he ill? Didn't you know? Why does nobody ever tell me anything? Well, doesn't matter. Thanks for your time. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing is... I don't think Clover told anybody. Hey, I'm truly sorry, but right now I don't have a... Oh, no. I didn't come for that. I just wanted to ask you about Clover. Clover? He's the personification of humility. If there's anything he loves, it's his little sister. Between you and me, he's a better father than a bunch of folks around here. How long since you knew about his condition? What are you talking about? He's going through a lethal disease in advanced states. You weren't aware? Who told you that? He himself. I thought you knew. I had no idea since when. I'm afraid I'm not aware of the details. That's all I know. Anyways, thank you for your time. Evan, oh, okay, we can pet the dog. Oh, the tag says Apollo. Hey, kid. I just wanted to, ask if you know a guy named Clover. Clover? Oh, yeah, he's my friend, you know? One day we were playing Bliss Ball with my friends, and he was just walking by. He realized they'd left me out because I wasn't that good. He approached me and said, ignore them. Bliss Ball's for losers. You know how to play Spy Master. I didn't, so he invited me to his house and taught me. Ever since, I've won every single one of the Spy Master tournaments at school. I'm sure you'd beat me, too. Any chance did you know he was sick? Unfortunately, it's unlikely he'll get better, and, he doesn't have many days left. Huh? What did you say? I don't believe you. He would have told me. You're lying. It's a lie. It's a lie. You're a liar. Hey, easy. Liar. Hey, kid, wait. I'm sorry for my grandson. Probably should have moved the dog sprite. The thing is, the news isn't just shocking for us, it's also devastating. Clover's like a member of our family. I can't imagine why he wouldn't have told us. I'm sure he didn't want us to worry. Yeah, like, hers at least seemed a little bit in front. He hasn't been the same since his father died. It hurt us all, but he's had it the worst. He must really be going through a nightmare. Is there really nothing we can do? If we had money, it wouldn't make a difference. According to Clover, there's no treatment. So we'll just have to wait and be with him until... There's always the legend. The legend? Bastion. Again with that? What's he talking about? An old fairy tale from around here. No fairy tale. Bastion, where did you get that? I told you it was real. We found it with Cecil in a... well, that I'd probably actually Cecil. We found it with Cecil in a strange shrine when we were playing in the woods. What's this legend about, and what's that notebook? It's an old tale that says something about a hidden island. It holds the secret to eternal life, though nobody's found it and never lived to tell about it. And this legendary notebook, so it says, reveals the location. Hey you, stranger. What, me? Come here. I don't know who you think you are. Clover telling you secrets doesn't make you special. I'm still his best friend, understand? Oh, fuck. Bastion. Alright, sorry. In any case, I'd like to ask you a favor. Could you find the island for me? I don't want for Clover to leave us, and it may be our last hope. I'd do it myself, but Mom won't let me outside after 8 o'clock. Bastion, leave the poor man alone. Leave it to me. God, I'm struggling not to laugh still. Do you really plan on going? It's just a fairy tale. I've got nothing to lose. In that case, I'll lend you my boat. I'll make up a bag of supplies for you. Well, hey, that doesn't sound half bad. We'll help any way we can. Any friend of Clover's is our friend too. Friend, huh? I'll leave immediately. Oh, great. How am I supposed to go back now? The island, well, time to discover what they say about you's true. Now he can jump. Okay, first word. I guess I'll be here for a while. Do we really have to? This one seems different. I don't remember this one. Nope, I fucked that one up. Yeah, these, I mean, at least they're different. Or I don't remember. I mean, that's just like. God damn it. I think the fact that my biggest complaint about, and really, so far my only complaint about this game is the lack of coyote time, is pretty indicative of, you know, I actually quite like this. There are plenty of games that have, you know, been reviewed much better than this. That, you know, I'm just not a big fan of. The other walking simulator that I did that had Remains in the goddamn name. God, I did not care for What Remains of Edith Finch in the slightest. I guess it's time. Let's see. Eternal is the sun, our sacred place is not, nor will become eternal he who looks for eternity, because the same man who, on this land, all ego abandons will know the search of it meaning lack. Only consciousness was and is forever, mindless true eternity. What? What the hell is that supposed to mean? That it doesn't exist? Nah, I must have read it wrong. Eternal is not, nor will become meaning lack. What am I supposed to do? Clover. Please, don't die. See, Vincent? I don't know what kind of fool you take me for, but you don't need to be a genius to realize you're hiding from something. And if I win, I want you to go back and face it. Hello? I was wondering if we could meet, please. Huh? Who is this? It's me. Who? You gotta be kidding me. Vincent, is that you? Not gonna lie here, I was pretty sure you were dead. At this point, I know you probably hate me, but I really need to talk to you. We're talking right now, aren't we? Face to face. I want us to settle this once and for all. Where are you? Write down the following coordinates. Okay. And don't worry, it's a safe place. Should I come along alone or can I bring someone? Are they trustworthy? He's my right-hand man. I suppose that's no problem then. Well, by God, what do we have here? If it isn't the prodigy, most brilliant and promising mind the world has ever known. He who will guide humanity to a better world. Are you done? Have you been here all this time? The heck is this place? Anyway, are you gonna tell me why you brought me here? Nicola's waiting for me on the other side. I want to reveal the truth to the world. Oh, you were serious. Let me get this straight, Vincent. You're returning to me what is mine. That's the least an author can demand, right? After all these years. You just show up all of a sudden and you deign to do what you should have done from the start. Were you expecting a prize or something? Dude, you're something else, alright? You're still acting like I'm the one responsible for all this. Like I was the only Evan. You were as much a part of this as me. Why then was revealing the truth my responsibility? What was stopping you? You could have spoken up at any time, but you kept quiet. You did exactly the same thing I did. You want to know the teeny little difference, my old friend? You were the face. Let me ask you something. What do you think would happen if Andre Ager decides to reveal the truth to the world? It'd just be one of those tabloids where next employee from Area 51 reveals top secret info. No matter how plausible the testimony, the man never has proof. People never believe him. Is it because he's lying? Most likely, but in many cases it's the other way around. Of course, the government won't keep files in his name, and of course they'd scrub every last shred of evidence suggesting he ever worked there. The absence of proof, paradoxically, becomes the proof. I'm not lying, I did work there. They erased all the files and then my memories. Ring any bells? My name doesn't mean anything. However, if Mr. Evan Goldstein comes out and says something, that's a different story. And you know how people love faces. The story of the poor orphan kid who becomes a brilliant millionaire and wins everyone's heart. They don't seem to realize they've been told the same old story over and over again. And still, they always fall for it. I'm sure they'd believe any nonsense that comes out of your mouth. We're doomed as a species, no doubt about it. I may be more Evan than you, but as far as people are concerned, you, and only you, are Evan. That is why, my friend, the responsibility was on your shoulders. But instead, you just ran away. You ran away taking everything that should have been mine. Seems you weren't so upset with what they created after all. Do you think I enjoyed doing that? You think I had a good time seeing you like that? You think I didn't feel like the scum of the earth? You had the slightest clue the hell I've been through since then? Why do you think I ran away? I couldn't take being a part of that anymore. You could have talked to me. We could have found a way. Why do you think I brought you here? I know I should have done it sooner, but I couldn't, Andre. I couldn't. They were keeping an eye on me more than you. I was the public figure, after all. And I was so little, I could barely understand what was going on. I didn't know who to call for help. I didn't have anyone. They kept me alone and locked away. I was scared. But that's about to change. Don't you get it, Andre? It was never about us. I'm not your enemy, and nor are you mine. We've got one enemy in common. The ones who put us through all of this. The ones who created Evan. And I'm sure they also wanted this, to separate us, to sow resentment between us. To keep us silent and to keep us alone against the world. This is what they've always wanted. Are you gonna keep doing what they want? I didn't bring you here to keep fighting. So what do you plan to do? Hold some press conference and spit everything out? Do you think that scenario ends with you alive and breathing? They'll chase you forever. You know how that ends. I know, and I don't care. I've got nothing left to lose. Don't worry, I won't mention you. What the hell? Toss my name in too. What? If we're gonna sync Upbring, we have to do it right. I'm in. Whatever it takes to tear them apart, though they're so large it might not make any difference. Andre, I guess I'm not the only one who's changed. What I'm trying to say here is, for all the pain I've caused, I just wanted to say that from the bottom of my heart, I'm sorry. I thought those words would never come out of your mouth. Are you feeling okay? Did you go to some spiritual retreat and find yourself? Seriously, where the hell are we? Well, actually it's a long story. I think we've exhausted Nicola's patience as well. Well, alright. I'm sorry to say it really is a very long story. So, I'd settle in. Alright. I came here because it's believed that this island keeps a secret of eternal life. See that line of monoliths that goes all along the seashore? They're hieroglyphs, and... Wait, I know the story. You do? Years ago, I heard rumors about Upbring having a secret A secret base in a place like this. The bastards are everywhere, huh? I didn't believe it then, me neither, but in any case, the immortality thing's a lie. I just finished translating all the monoliths. It's obvious it's a lie. I'm surprised you fell for something like that. Any ideas? Should I have some? No, I just hope you'd come up with something. You're the genius after all. Everyone seems to believe that genius and magician are the same thing. I can't perform miracles, Vincent, so there's nothing we can do? Just joking. I'm not being completely honest with you. I can perform miracles, and I do have ideas. Really? Though that doesn't mean you're going to like what I'm going to suggest. Yes, it's better than nothing. I'm all ears. What does the message say? Eternal is the sun, our sacred place is not, nor will become eternal. He who looks for eternity, because the same man who on this island all ego abandons when of the search of it meaning lacks. Only consciousness was and is forever, mindless true eternity. It's perfect. But somewhat long, don't you think? We could make some changes. Changes? We could modify the message. What for? And how the heck do you expect us to rewrite them? I don't speak ancient hieroglyph puzzle. I didn't say anything about rewriting them. Wait here.
The slow walk to the side. From one side to the other.
Vincent, come here. What's he up to?
Slowest shuffle.
Look at this. You opened a portal on top of the monolith that leads to the same monolith. You weren't paying attention, were you? Look closer. It's different. Did you exchange them? The one from our left is now to our right, and vice versa. Andre, just what are you up to? I was wondering if it would be difficult to form a new message based on the original, and as soon as you read it to me, I realized it wouldn't be. We just exchange some monoliths and repeat others. Indeed, something totally different could be achieved with a message somewhat opposite than the original. This one's the original, right? 46 monoliths, 46 words. But I propose the following. 46 words because it'd be a poor translation, because somehow you have created a language with one-to-one into English. Eternal is my son, and eternal will become he who not abandons our sacred place. Because only on this land the same man is forever, endless true eternity. 28 monoliths, 28 words. Notice that I'm only changing this order of some words or repeating them. Finally, I discard the unnecessary ones. I still don't get why we'd want to do that. Look, I've got an idea. Why don't you let me do the talking and you keep your questions for the end? Go on. Your friend, Clover, right? What is it that he wants the most above all things? To not die? Vincent, you really suck at this. Based on your description, Clover only cares about one thing, his sister. It doesn't matter if he saves himself or not, he just cares about saving Dices. And what we could do is give him precisely that. Or, more accurately, we could make him believe that. I'm gonna tell you this now. We can't save him, neither him nor her. They're on death's doorstep already, but there's nothing but we can make him believe the opposite. Imagine the following scenario. You go back to Clover's house with the notebook in your hands. You tell him, Clover, it's real. The legend is real. You give him the notebook, you tell him to come here for the artifact. You offer to take care of Dices in the meantime. Clover, filled with hope, heads to the island. And he starts to decipher the message, monolith after monolith. Remember though, this isn't the original message, but ours. Anyway, during his journey, Clover discovers someone else was also sent to the island. It's a girl who's also looking for something there. The girl decides to join him in his search, and they become close. Clover completes the message. He learns the whole island is the artifact, and that the immortality is granted by the island from the moment you step on its shores. A bit of disappointment sinks into Clover, now that he knows the artifact is not something he can take home to Dices. But suddenly, the girl comes up with the theory that it wasn't immortality that the island granted, but rather that the island exists outside of time as we know it. Time doesn't pass normally on the island, and as a result, hours, days, months, years didn't pass as usual there, making everything and everyone on it unaging, immortal, and eternal. So when the girl discovers that she is actually Dices, Clover's sister, who had been sent by you, due to the temporary God, I'm good at English. Temporary gap that was generated because, remember, Clover arrived first. Dices was able to reach his age outside the island and then head there years later. Clover, obviously, doesn't notice that span of years because he was on the island the whole time. In any case, getting back to the story, just when Clover thought everything was lost, he realizes that what he's been looking for has been in front of him the whole time. Dices also reveals that she was never sick in the first place. Clover, seeing that his sister has grown and lived a good life, that she's alright, that they can still keep seeing one another as long as he stays there, he becomes happy. All his worries vanish, a smile spreads across his face. He decides to stay and live on the island, to postpone his death forever. The following days are happy, they're perfect. Dices visits him from time to time, until the day comes when Clover, eventually, dies. But he dies believing everything. He dies happy, beautiful, fantastic. The audience cries, laughs, cue the applause. What do you think? It all just came to me. Brilliant, isn't it? As if it was the ending of some emotional video game. It's the most twisted thing I've ever heard. I knew you wouldn't like it. You never liked my ideas. Just listen to what you're saying. It's absurd. Vincent, look at this damn place. Eternal life, an ancient civilization, a message engraved on monoliths. Don't you think it's already absurd enough? Do you really think adding some extra details would make it less believable? Isn't this what you wanted? Doing something for him? Maybe we can't avoid his leaving the world, but we can at least direct how he leaves it. Giving him a worthy end, full of adventure and emotion, and die believing a lie? Look, Vincent, I'm sure that today somebody died believing you're a genius. It was their truth, their whole life. The truth only ceases to be true when you find out it's a lie. And Clover will never find out. Although it won't be the truth for us, it will be for him. Even though if that truth just lasts an ephemeral moment, you can decorate it as much as you like. A lie is a lie, and it's not right. It doesn't feel right. I want to believe everybody deserves a happy ending. And suddenly that's not right? Our whole lives were a lie. What's the difference? Do you want to do something for Clover or not? Didn't you say you'd do anything for him? Let me recall. What was the other option? Oh yeah, leave him to die at home with the baby, who also dies in absolute solitude. But anyway, I'm not going to judge you. It is your decision after all. Where are you going? Aren't we going to join poor Clover on his final days? Time passes while we ponder. Wait, Yes? The message. Your message is shorter than the original. What are you going to do with remaining monoliths? You'd be surprised all the problems that high-powered explosives can solve. You're going to blow them up? What, afraid someone's going to hear us? We're in the middle of nowhere. The girl. Who's the girl? Who's Dices? An actress? No idea. We'll find someone. Promise me. Promise me. Whoever she is, that she agrees with all this. Let her know all the details. I promise. Andre. Do you really believe something like this could work out? I don't have the slightest idea. But you know how much I indulge in making an idea come true when it takes hold of me. I hope you know what you're doing. Tell me how I can help. Oh, no. Leave it to me. I'll take care of all of the island business. You make sure to convince Clover to come here and to take care of the baby. And when all this is over, we'll bring down Upbring together, like old times. You can trust me. Where am I? These sheets. I'm not at home, but I feel like I am. Oh, my head hurts. I don't know how I got here. Last thing I remember is doing that whole act in front of Clover. Clover! I need to see if he's alright. So much light. Huh. Where are we? Did we also die? Ah, no, but Clover and Dices did. You know, Clover, I always thought I had everything. Everything anybody could ever want. Money, fame, power. Funny thing is, when I disappeared, no one really cared. I was all over the news, sure, but there wasn't anyone genuinely worried about me. No one was wondering if I was okay. And honestly, I don't blame them. But it was when I asked the neighbors about you that I realized that actually, I never had anything. Rest in peace, friend. Rest in peace, Dices. Look who just woke up. So Vanille is her real name, I guess. Or she had 3 names that she was operating from. Don't tell me you don't find it strange. What? Him. Dying at such a convenient moment. Too convenient, I'd say. If it had happened just a few hours earlier, everything would have gone to waste. How did you know so precisely when it would happen? Oh, fuck. Ah, I see. I see. I didn't. That's reassuring. Oh, good. Now you gonna start preaching to me about right and wrong, too? What? Why are you looking at me like that? Hey, I just lied to him. He lied to the whole world. He deserved a little punishment, didn't he? Besides, he went to talk to her. He'll find out eventually. You think he'll get mad? Of course he will. But then he'll remember that my way of doing things, once again, worked. And he'll forget about it. I want to ask you something. Do you really believe that if she had known everything from the start, her connection with Clover would have been as authentic as it was? Nobody wants to be part of a farce. I didn't force anyone to do anything. She saw all his pain, and lying to him was the least she could do. She decided to do it. But it's not about lying or telling the truth, nor is it about doing the right thing or the wrong thing. It's about getting results. But I guess it's easier to just call me the movie's villain. I guess we all have our little lies. You know, the funny thing is, this game I feel like would have worked just as well with or without this ending section. But that's for me. I suspect for a lot of people this kind of ruined some of it. So this one I do remember why I purchased it on the Switch, at least. It was entirely because I wanted to. I was somewhere, I don't remember where, and I had a lot of downtime to do stuff on Switch, but I frequently did not have all that much time to actually like play on a computer. But then of course once I did that, I just ended up playing through Breath of the Wild again. Oh, I don't think I ever said I was smart here. I think that's why I bought like half the games. I am gonna let this finish up, and then we will. I'm gonna let the credits, of course, finish up, and then we will be done. I'm probably gonna be back with more Switch stuff tomorrow. As you probably saw, I have the Famicom detective games, and handful of other things. Notia or Nosia, I think it's Notia, and but yeah, I'll probably do something on the Switch tomorrow. Who knows? Oh, hey. On the left side, we have one of my favorite people apparently back this. Half. Half is absolutely fantastic. Clinton Lexa, if you are not familiar with him. I believe they are a I know they do stuff with accessibility design. I think it's still at Ubisoft. I've not been paying too much attention to most of it, so I just kind of lucked into seeing half there. I used to watch them stream a lot. But of course with a full-time job, or rather more specifically with their full-time job, it's now fairly tough for them to stream. There are a lot of backers for this. I think I understand why, but still. Also, I've seen several names that had games in them, so I assume it's other indie developers. What's BIV? Why do I get the feeling that some of that is supposed to be something? What is this place? This is where everything changed for me. Hid in a small town near this island when I needed to vanish. I see, but how did you find this place? By accident, really. I was looking for somewhere off-grid, totally disconnected. I didn't want anyone to recognize me, so I started visiting islands in the middle of the Pacific, little towns, which eventually led me to discover this island. Well, what place to disappear than a tropical oasis? Okay, but why did you bring me here? I want you to meet someone very special to me. Follow me. Whoa, what is this thing? It looks like something out of an ancient history documentary. An ancient monolith. Well, this one isn't ancient since Andre recreated it for our message. It says something. Oh, kind of like a hieroglyph. Basically, but you get to interact with it, kind of like a game or a giant puzzle. No way! I love puzzles. Can I try? Slow down there. Let me show you how it's done. Follow me, but watch your step. Neat. Oh, and this is just the backer credits again. Hey, I didn't know you had a knack for solving cryptic ancient puzzles. Give me the treasure if you don't want to lose your heads. Huh? Who's that? How dare you speak like that in front of one of the most legendary pirates of modern times? I didn't know there were modern pirates. Cool. The great Maisie K. Kendrick demands you hand the treasure over to me. What is she talking about? You may try to hide it from me, but this map reveals all. A map? Let me have a look at that. Non ho para dell'Altese o para della caduta. Spared no expense. So I'm guessing these were from the top tiers of backers. I'm leaving them on screen long enough for me to read them, but... I mean, obviously there was an exception made for the Japanese because I don't speak Japanese. Well, I shouldn't say speak. I neither speak nor read Japanese. Where is it? Where's the treasure? This isn't a map. What is it? Should I know? What are you two whispering about? Don't try anything funny. But of course, the treasure. How could I have forgotten? It's just over there. Where? Where is it? See those monoliths right behind us? Follow the line they draw until you find a broken boat. It's right below it. Don't forget your shovel. Treasure. Arr. Weird. Okay, where were we? There's one more left. Let's go. Wait, didn't we do one like this before? Oh no, this is right. And then we return to here, where we can see the moon over the thing. So what do they say, huh? You said they were hieroglyphs, right? What did you write on them? Clovery more. Clover what? What does that even mean? Fading out to a bright white light is kind of rude, game. I hope it never finishes loading. That would just be very funny. I don't know why it does that at the start. Anyway, like I said before, that is going to be it for me. That was really good. I don't know if I enjoyed that more or less than I would have if it had just kind of ended on that beat, or, you know, ended on, you know, him being happy or so on and so forth. The explanation is kind of a bit much. Still very good, though. Anyway, do have a good rest of your day, and I will try to be back here tomorrow. For the record, it's about a gigabyte difference between the streamed version and the recorded version. Partially because it can record this in like 300, 400 kilobits per second. And so any static screen just is, you know, like 300, 400, maybe 800 kilobits per second.